Welcome everybody to another issue of European Rotors, the digital series. It's in fact the last one before we all meet in person in Madrid for this year's edition of our wonderful helicopter show. It is for everyone, but of course in its core it is about buying and selling helicopters. And today I'm having the pleasure to speak to one of the experts in that business. Hi Philippe, may you shortly introduce yourself, please?
Hi, Frank. Philippe Lubrano, CEO of Rotortrade, CEO and founder, actually. I've been serving this industry for 34 years now. Started as in the sales and service support for Aerospatiale, EADS, Eurocopter for 20 years. And then in 2012, I founded Rotortrade. And I've been serving this company for the last 11 years and really enjoying what I was doing. I had also the pleasure to engage with Safran and Pratt & Whitney and obviously Leonardo since then.
Thank you so much. Real pleasure to have you. I'm also very long in this industry, but it's always surprising that you meet persons you have never seen or been in contact before, but it's a pleasure to have you there. So you're already mentioning your own brand, your company Rototrade. Tell us a little bit more about it, please.
Rotortrade was founded in 2012, like I just said, just because we wanted to have a freedom of speech. Engaging with clients for more than 20 years previously, we wanted to be able to offer alternatives. Leonardo, Airbus, Bell. So we were convinced that we had room on the market to provide a service with the full backing of the OEM to the market for the pre-owned market. And that's what we did. Leonardo believed in it, they supported us. And in 2013, we got our first dealership as a global dealer for the pre-owned market, followed by Airbus last year, who accepted also to appoint us as an Airbus reseller. And hopefully Bell is going to join the group by, I would say, 2024 as a Bell reseller as well for the pre-owned market. We still always focus on the pre-owned market.
Thank you for that. Good luck for the last step to have all the three major OEMs in, but I'm sure you're going to do it. I mean, you're describing already the success story, but there were some latest success which really are worth to be mentioned, and that's how THC, the helicopter company, stepped in. How does that fit into Rototrade's long-term strategic position in the helicopter market?
To be honest, the journey has just been amazing. Great people, great vision, massive appetite to be a player in the helicopter industry. And here we go. We met them back in 2020, started to work together, completed a few deals together, and they decided to acquire 51% of Rotortrade back in June 2022 and completed the full acquisition back in October 2023. So now we're 100% owned by THC, and I can tell you the merge is taking place. The support is absolutely unbelievable. We're extremely excited. Great experience.
Fantastic. Can you a little bit elaborate more on the business advantages beside meeting great people, which is always the key to success, of course, I know, and what are the opportunities out of this acquisition?
I would say that no success can happen without two things: people and obviously fuel. The fuel in this business is the money. When you want to act as a dealer, if you have no inventory, you are no one, or you are no different than anybody else on the market who is listing aircraft that it doesn't own. We still have a bit of that, but majority of the aircraft we deal now are owned by us, which makes us real dealer. And THC picked up the pitch and they saw the opportunity. And today, the major advantage of having THC with us is the financial support they are giving us to own our own inventory, but also to follow us on our development, which is to build more facilities around the world, to have the MRO arm as part of our organization so we can deliver an aircraft that is meeting the client specification on time, on spec, on budget, which is exactly what everybody wants.
Absolutely. So you have more fuel, you have more global presence, and you're already mentioning the client's advantages. Could you elaborate also on them a little bit more beside being everything on the right time on specification?
I would say that the clients have been, listening to the sales force of Rotortrade, because I don't pretend talking to all the customers around the world. The key is to be able to be as close as possible to them. So number one, you need to have a global presence. So if you don't have the funds to be able to entertain and support a network of branches around the world, you are losing the reach. When you establish that, you need to have the facilities to be able to store your aircraft, to modify your aircraft, to give them the actual specs, talking about aircon, sand filter, transponders. They might want a new paint scheme. You have to be able to configure the aircraft you're selling without having to deal with different organizations. They deal with us, they put a deposit, they get the aircraft, we modify it for them, and when the aircraft is ready, they come and pick it up and they go. Today, I don't think there are many people who are delivering like this around the world in their own facilities. Second thing is we are trying to be as creative as possible. Some of them do not have they have a short-term contract, they need an additional aircraft, they might not be able to buy it, so we'll just listen to them. Or if they want to upgrade to another aircraft because their contract is changing from EMS to firefighting, we're going to trade in the aircraft we sold them and we're just going to deliver them another one. Having in mind that we have the aircraft. When you go to the pre-owned market, you need to have the asset available. You have it with you in your facility, in your hangars. So the guy, when he comes to you, is not going to wait for 8 months or 6 months or go somewhere. It has to be where it is. Finally, the reach also offer the facility to deal with people that understand themselves. Clients who are Latinos like to deal with Latinos. Americans like to deal with Americans. Asians, same way. Africans, same way. Middle East, same way. Language, culture. So that's the reason why we have decided to go from 11 branches around the world to 30 branches by 2030.
Impressive. I mean, as we speak, I'm virtually in Madrid, but I'm still in Munich, where is my hometown, and you are in Malaysia, as I can see. So you grow your business globally with different market segments and geographic areas. However, you're already mentioning it is also a local business, because that starts with the range of a helicopters, which is not comparable to any jet business, right?
Correct. Our philosophy has always been to map the clients from a 3 to 500 nautical miles radius. So today, this is where we have our branches. The MROs we are establishing are following exactly the same mapping in order to be able to deliver aircraft, store aircraft, but also provide third-party maintenance wherever we are to be able to be sustainable. I mean, the extent would even to be able to provide training to clients who needs to be rated on the aircraft whenever they buy it. So we are doing the extra mile all the time. We want to make sure we're making it easy for them, so they come and they can get it all at one location.
Fantastic. Best of luck for that. Best of luck. Always also a little bit of a look into the future. Our audience loves little secrets to be told, or the look into the crystal ball. Can you tell us a little bit about your strategic objectives and significant milestones between Rototrade and THC now for the next years?
I think the journey between THC and Rotortrade works well for one main reason, is they have the appetite and we have the reach. We have the reach because we're internationally set up. We understand the culture, the language, the way people want to operate aircraft, and they have the appetite to live and to expand from the kingdom as a global player. So the combination of both works extremely well. The second thing is, it is a market that is extremely demanding. And when you go into a territory or into a country, people usually rely on 4 pillars for our industry, which is buying an aircraft, operating an aircraft, maintaining an aircraft, or leasing an aircraft. You could even add the possibility to be trained on an aircraft with training facilities. So our intention is to be able to act as a player within the helicopter industry based on these 5 pillars. Of course, in region where you can do it. There might be some regions, some countries that we are looking at in Africa right now, and also the Middle East, where you don't need to have the 5 pillars. But we have to be there, and we will do what makes sense business-wise. And as long as the clients are willing to use them, otherwise we won't invest. But right now we are expanding toward that route. Based on these 4 pillars or 5 pillars, depending on where we are, being able to trade locally and to offer a full-fledged level of services to support our assets.
Many thanks for that. I see the passion and the vision of your team, of the whole Rotortrade and THC. Our passion and our philosophy, our vision is to deliver the best show in Europe for the European helicopter industry. Why did Rotortrade decide to be an active supporter of this event and have a booth there in the next edition?
I mean, Frank, since day one, we were in Germany, and we always believed that we were offering a great alternative as like what HI is doing in the US. We needed a pure helicopter show in Europe, and here we go. You did it, and there is no reason for us not to. There is no reason for us to stop to support it. So we'll be there. We hope the show will get bigger and bigger, and hopefully the growth of Rotortrade will follow the growth of European Rotors. That's it.
No, don't make me laugh and cough, because I'm still suffering from a little cold, what our audience can hear. But we try to deliver, and to grow together is the best goal. I thank you so much for your valuable time, Philippe. It was great to speak to you today. Have a safe trip to Madrid. We see each other from the 27th to the 30th of November. Show floor open from the 28th to the 30th. Don't miss Philippe and his fantastic team of passionates for trading rotors, and be at your service. Thanks, Philippe. See you soon in Madrid. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, Frank. See you. Thank you very much.